How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and it is nap time for the Pirate Princess. So she is sawing logs. I'm trying to get her back on a decent schedule here. We got to plug the baby monitor into the VTOMAN down here, give it some power. I guess I could also just plug it into my shoreline, but So I'm gonna try and get a whole bunch of stuff done over the next, well, few days while she's napping, because I don't want to be away working on Lucky and projects and stuff when I have her for too much. So we'll just try to do as much as we can whilst she is napping. However, before we can get to the main event, which will be pulling out the diesel heater and seeing, number one, how dirty it's gotten in the last, I don't even think it's been a month, just to see, and then replacing the atomizer screen with a brand new one and probably putting my old glow plug back in, because if you don't know, ever since I cleaned it out when it was an absolute atrocity, and you know what, I bet you that's right in the line of sight, that ornament there. Let's bring this over here. Anyway, if you didn't see those videos, ever since I cleaned it and put it back together, it's been working fine, but on initial startup, more often than not, and I thought there was some hope in my altitude or something, but no, nay, even last night, when you first start it up, it blows white smoke for a cycle and it turns the fuel pump off, continues to blow the fan. After a short while of sort of purging the system, it automatically turns the fuel pump back on, and every single time without fail, it then ignites and works, no problem. But yeah, I was initially thought it was my atomizer screen, but I'm also thinking now it might be because my OG glow plug is right here, and the one I replaced it with, well, it looks identical, could very well be a problematic piece and just isn't getting hot enough when fuel hits it, because that's how that works. But like I said, before we get to that, it's January, and it is time now to take down the Christmas decorations, put them back into their box, and stow them away. Go back in my parents' basement. Thanks, Mom and Dad. We gotta get the bin out of Grace. Come over to Grace's boot, as my British friends would call it. There we go. This is what we need. For now, we're just gonna put this over here, move our little duckies there, grab our Christmas bin, bring it back over here. There we go. Get in there, you. And let's not leave her ass open. That's just embarrassing for everybody. Cover yourself. Whew, nice and warm in here, but having a diesel heater ticking away. It's actually, you know what? Let's give it a little break so we're not ripping through an amount of diesel that would be unnecessary to rip through. Okay, so first things first here. The ornament box, and put away said ornaments until next year, y'all. Noel Bear, he can go. Of course, we've got my very first Christmas ornament ever, my little toy soldier. We've got a nut nestled inside a larger nut, as you do. Got a little snowman here. Got the little boy in the moon. What else do we have? Anything else on the tree? Not so much. All right, so now we'll grab the tree that we Velcroed down. What is happening here? It's got these lights on it. I wonder if we can just, we'll just leave the lights wrapped around the tree for next year. Put that in the blue bin. We got the other lights here. Let's make sure the baby monitor's turned up in case she wakes up and starts nattering for me, as she do. Okay, let me see. Went a little ham and wrapped these Christmas lights bloody everywhere. Let's get this garland down. This will be a test for myself. We'll see if I can save this garland until next year. I don't normally, but if I could save myself the trip to the dollar store, inevitably, that'd be great. Oh, we've also got my Scrooge McDuck hanging out over here. He can go in the ornament box. Got the lights just kind of draped everywhere. Okay, and then went around my screw this, I'm going camping sign. And then around this light. Darn it, I laced them inside the spice rack. Unthread it. This is ridiculous. There we go. The interior Christmas lights are down. Nativity scene, that will go back into the big blue bin. I think that's it for the ornaments there. The toiletry bag I gotta go through. There's always so much to do. Got an extra large bag of Dixon stickers. because of course I do. Oh, I've got my Take Me Home to the Mountains ornament. And of course, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We did, and we had one. Okay. Oh, Mom and Dad are home from town. See them pulling up in the Buick. Ornaments. Back into the blue bin. All right. We just got those exterior lights. And for that, come down here to my cubby, grab my tool roll, open this bad boy up, and we're gonna need, I believe it's these ones. Yep, let's go take down some lights. All right, so I have these bad boys secured with a little zip tie. Let's see it in there. Right to the solar panel. We're just gonna give it a little snippy snip. I said release you, bastard. There we go. Nice. That off. Yeah, I didn't really have these on there other than just sort of flippy flapped on. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Guess I better open this up. Unplug them from here. Unwrap them from around there. I know, it's a very professional installation of Christmas lights. If you would like to hire me, please send me an email. I probably won't respond. All right. Well, they could have been worse. Right. Lights in there. Those are new this year, so I don't know how well this lid is now going to fit on there. But it's rubber made. It should. Huh. Yeah. Perfect. Done and done. You live there now. I'm just kidding. Everybody just calm down. All right, so we will put those snips back in the tool roll. Roll this bad boy back up. Get him back where he belongs. Just down here in this cubby. There we go, along with the battery charger for the Ryobi tools and an extra Ryobi battery. The next step will be, of course, to get the bed out of here. Gonna start by getting the overflow wood pellets for a Penny's litter out from under the bed. That's the only thing I think that's kind of remaining under there. Oh, we've also got the collapsible stool. So we'll bring that out. Put that there for now. Let's see. Yeah, we are good. So I'm gonna get that squared away and we'll get all the bedding off and the new squishy mattress. I'll probably hoof it into the house. Okay, and once again, this is becoming quite the frequent thing with me. The bed is now back into its couch formation. Great. You can see what happens with the wood pellets. They get scattered around. It's all dry. There's no cat poop or pee or anything. It's fine. But me, I am without a broom. Grab your trusty snow brush and sweep the wood pellets you use for your cat's litter the F out of your tiny home on wheels. Nailed it. Okay, so we'll pop this open. There's the diesel heater. We're all getting very familiar with this setup. And I guess I could drill the hole a little bit bigger too for the fuel line since I'll have it out, and then line it with some more tubing. That's probably a smart decision. I did hit it with silicone, and for those that were wondering, I hit the underside of the plate with silicone as well because, I mean, obviously I would. There were big gaps in the floor and the base of the heater. So that's there as well. That's probably gonna cause some resistance when I go to pull this guy out. But yeah, there she is. She is not pretty, but she is completely functional. So it's gonna be get that strap off. That's the output tubing where the heat blows and shoots out that hole. And there's 4 bolts that hold it to the floor of the van. And I'll have to undo 2 here, 2 at the back. Did I put a 4th one in actually? Nope, there's only 3. There's 3 bolts that hold to the floor. I'll have to take those out. 2 at the front, 1 at the back, and then we'll see how much resistance the the sealant that I put underneath. See how much trouble that gives me. And then yeah, over here is my fuel line. You see it's surrounded by silicone. And I don't know why people think this is that really flexible green line. This is not. This is that nice hard nylon stuff. If you use that very flexible green tubing, you're gonna have problems. From what I've heard, I've never experienced it. This is the OG fuel line that has been in this setup for over 2 years. Well, I guess let's get the bread box the heck out of the floor. All right, you're gonna see a little bit of it here. Yeah, you can kind of see the, well, no, you probably can't see anything. The little silicone membrane is letting go fairly easily. This one screw back here is being a little problematic. Problem with these thin-ass van floors. Can't keep putting self-tappers in and out of them and not expect there to be diminishing returns in quality. Hello? Holy Dinah. There you are, you bugger. That's up, there we go. All right, so there's our connections. We gotta undo those. We got our exhaust as per usual. And our fuel intake. And yeah, this is the sealant. Yeah, it worked pretty well. Created a nice little round seal. You can pick up some more of that, maybe in Silverton or Nacusp. But let's get everything disconnected and see if we can fix some of this stuff up. Right. Still so crazy to me that I can just sit here in the mountains this time of year with the rear door wide open. That's too cold. Shrink it down a little bit. Not that much. And I'm not cold. That's just nuts to me. All right, anyway, I'll move some stuff here. That out of here. All right, we got Brooklyn on the right. I'm gonna need a clean pair of gloves. Fuel line came out super easy, although it may have already been cut by the floor. I was noticing a little bit of fuel sort of around the hole, so I might just replace that whole line. We'll see what I have in overstock. I'm not 100% sure. All right, let's get the unit up here. We got her all disconnected. And now, I should be an expert at this by now, but alas, I am not. We get the base plate off, and then get inside the actual guts of the bastard. And this is the day to be doing it because tonight, overnight, it's not going to get down to freezing. So my battery should be okay. I know some people are expecting me to pull out that EcoFlow AC/heater unit, which is in the basement here at my parents'. It's heavy as shit. It still has to be properly like vented out of the van with the 2 hoses, which I never had a system for. So I don't know if I'll be pulling that out or not. Just depends, I guess, on how long the heater's out of the floor. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, my grandfather's socket set. I shouldn't say that. It's my grandfather's socket case, and I've just thrown all of the sockets for Lucky in it, and nothing more. Whew. All right, these are 10 millimeters, right? I believe. Bloody. So, is that a 10 or an 11? That's a 10. Doesn't fit on that one, though. Where is the smaller 10? It's all the same size. One of the nuts came off the bolt. Hopefully that's not too problematic. We can fix it later. I'm gonna get the sleeve off. We're gonna take a peek in the exhaust here with a flashlight and see just how bad it got over the last little bit. First, I'm gonna get some paper towel here. Take off this fuel inlet sleeve. Super simple. Oh yeah, I used my Leatherman on this last time, didn't I? Hey, use your fingers, that's what they're for. Can't get over the nipple. Yeah, there you go. All right, so just in case there's any diesel kicking around on that thing, we'll put this over here. All right, there's that flashlight. Let's take a peek. Yeah, it's not too bad. A little bit of buildup there and stuff, but I mean, obviously that's way cleaner than it was the last time. It's been, what has it been? That was the Polar Express? Yeah, it hasn't quite been a month yet. All right, well, let's continue on. Now, will this plate come off without that? Oh yeah, no problem. Is that going to continue to be problematic for me? Come here, gasket. Jewel buster. I only have to flip them. Yeah, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. You stubborn little screw. that off. There's a bunch of shit gonna fall out, probably. Smarter, not harder. Take the top off. There we go. All right, and our destination is right in there. This is the new glow plug, and inside it is the atomizer screen. In theory, I can probably do this without taking the whole unit out, but I did want to get a peek inside here. I really want to just frustrate people and continue to reuse these gaskets. Although if I'm doing a complete teardown here, maybe I should just go get some actual gasket maker and redo them that way, just like when I did my rear differential. We just remade the gasket. Might not be a bad idea. Somebody was losing their mind in the last video where I reused the gaskets because they were completely fine. Screw it, let's take her apart. I think I finally have the right Allen key too. I think I found it. That was a big problem last time. Yeah, the 5/32. Ah, well, there she be. And use the stubby end because you didn't know your own strength last time. Nailed it. All right, let's get her apart. Let's get her to the part. Let's give her more rum. All right, so I'm just using this special socket here to remove the glow plug. You can also get in there with a pair of pliers or a wrench that's the right size, but I have the tool, so there we go. Glow plug's looking good to me, but who knows? Maybe it's a little defective. I guess there's no real way to know for sure. The other one looks the same. Like these wires that are out here on the green, they're out on the original one as well. I don't know. Here's the other one. I think this is the original glow plug. This one right here, this one that I'm shaking. Right, like not as much, I suppose, but you just never know when it comes to wires and all that good stuff. I think I'm going to put my OG one back in. We know it's the OG one because I repaired it with this little bit of black electrician tape on the yellow wire here. All right, and then inside, I'm going to use this to point inside here. Right in there, there's a little tunnel. That's where the glow plug sits. And there's an atomizer screen in there. I don't know how easy that's going to be to get out, but let's make this a little bit simpler on ourselves. I'm going to remove these 4 screws and get the burn chamber disassembled. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, let's see how she looks just under a month on the inside. Hiya. Not too shabby. Burn chamber, a lot better than it was looking the last time we were in here. That is clean to me as far as I am concerned. I'll just knock that little bit of soot out and we will call that a day. This right here is one of those gaskets I was talking about, right? It's fine. Everybody just relax. So now, yeah, inside there is looking a little cruddy because that's where, so basically, as far as I can tell, what happens is when it starts up, it shoots fuel into here, saturates, wow, I cannot speak right now, saturates the atomizer screen, and then the glow plug is supposed to hit the, well, the glow plug is supposed to heat the atomizer screen up so that as soon as the fuel hits it, it ignites. But what's happening here is that's not happening. And this screen is getting covered in fuel and it's blowing out white smoke because it's not hot enough to ignite, right? That's the science behind all of this. This thing was a pain in the butt to get out last time and it had been in there for, well, months. This has only been in here for 3 weeks or something. I don't know how people get those out without demolishing them. Thank God I have a new one. All right, where's the good old Leatherman at? Oof. I know it's not in front of the little hole here for those that might be wondering. That is a common problem if you cover that little tiny hole. These bloody things. There we go. So that is the atomizer screen. Very good look at it here. Hang on, let me turn on the iPhone's fancy macro mode. No, it's not macro mode, but there you go. That's the atomizer screen. So this we will be replacing with this one. I mean, yeah, it looks shiny and new, but it's going to look very similar to this after one startup in the heater, I guarantee it. But before I shove that back in there, we will try to clean, yikes, we'll try to clean inside there a little bit more with some of those wire brushes I got last time. Let's penetrate a hole. Oh, before you can penetrate a hole, you need the proper brushes to do so. And of course they're upstairs here in the Thule. So let's go up here. It's probably good that I'm standing up, stretching my back out a bit. Okay. So here's the, we got those. That's not gonna help me. Please tell me I kept some of those brushes. Ooh. There's one guy that should help. Look, I don't know that that'll fit in there, but we'll try. Maybe with a little coaxing or gin. There, that one's a little bit more modest. All right, let's give him a shot. I'm gonna need to do laundry. These pants are filthy. Man, if I go back in this way, am I gonna get schmutz all over my floor? Probably. I don't want to take my boots off right now. All right. Oh, there's a poop bucket in my way. Isn't that always the way? Every time. That's only because you've been sitting on my poop bucket a lot. It really helps with the nice camera angles, unlike what that just was. Ooh, it's drafty when both are open. That's enough. Yes, before you ask, you are indeed back on the poop bucket. So I stick one of these wire brushes on there and get it. I mean, there's some stuff coming out, some crud. Get a real good look at in there. This appears to be working pretty well. The trick with these wire brushes and this impact driver, you gotta go slow. Section innuendo's over, but you don't wanna go too fast or you will actually break the brush off inside, which I did last year on a different unit I was cleaning. Thank goodness it was just like one that was already see what I mean? Back that off slowly. There, we are getting a bunch of stuff out. I'm just trying to get the sidewalls in there where this atomizer screen sits nice and clean. It's really hard to tell on the camera, but that is starting to look a little bit more polished than it was when I yanked out that, well, yuck one here. All right, continuing on. And that's looking pretty clean. We got the new atomizer screen here. As far as I know, it's just a matter of getting it in there. Okay. And we're gonna coax it in with a screwdriver here without trying to mess it up too bad. There you go. Just making sure. See right there? Now that would be blocking this hole. So you gotta make sure you push that atomizer screen past that little air hole. Heard that can cause lots of problems if left like that. Gonna work it down here, being as gentle as we can be. With atomizer screens, reminds me when I was vaping to quit smoking, building decks and stuff. Vape decks, not decks you like party on. I don't know, that's clear. You can see the pick clears, so that's nice. So there we go. Now I got to decide whether or not I'm getting gasket maker or just reusing my old gaskets. This is a future Matthew problem. I don't know, but the atomizer screen is now in there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's still covering the hole there a bit, but I don't believe it is. I'll give it one more tough love here. There you go. It's cleaning up here, and I think what we are going to do is we're going to take Grace. We will rip into the hardware store in Silverton, provided they're open today. I don't know. They should be. It's Friday. We will see if they have any of that high temperature RTV gasket maker, and we'll get some if they do. If they don't, that means we're gonna have to go into the cusp, and we will leave that probably for tomorrow because she's been out for a while now, which means she should be up soon. We will leave the monitor in care of her grandmother, and when we get back, perhaps a little bundle of joy will be awake. I gotta find this screw. Story of my life. Found it. Never goes far. Right in the sink here. There you go. You stay with your brothers there, you little bastard. Hello.
Before you come all the way in. Oh, are you filming?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's okay.
And can you go back out and open the freezer room door and see if my little diva cat can come out of there?
Your evil cat?
Diva!
Oh, diva cat. Uh-oh, Sheba hiding?
Now I put her outside.
How'd she get in here? Hello? Sheba? There, I see no cat in here. We need light. I still see no cat in here. Are we sure the cat was actually in here? This door was closed. It's very bright. You sure she was in there? That door was closed.
I know, I closed her in there.
Oh, just to teach her a lesson?
Again?
No, I will. Why are you closing her in there?
I don't want anything else going in there.
Oh, okay.
She'll come out.
Yeah, I'll close the door. Can I leave this here? I gotta plug it in, but I gotta go to Silverton and see if they have any gasket maker.
Sure.
They're open today, right?
Remember when we came through at whatever time we did?
Okay.
I don't know if they'll be open now.
She's been out for 2 hours almost, so she might wake up soon, but... Ooh, what are we watching? Is this Bonanza?
It is.
You going to Silverton?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Stop it. Go.
What do you need?
Whatever it is.
What?
To market.
Yeah.
What did we forget? We were there twice.
Go to the place where they have the nuts, which is
Oh, peanuts?
peanuts, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a Dixon. You got a Dixon.
Dad's wearing a Dixon, too. It's spreading. There it is. All right, I will be back.
We'll be there.
Sounds good. Maybe Sheba will be out. Because apparently she goes in here, goes up into the rafters, but Mom doesn't want anything else coming in, like any other wildlife. So when she does that, we close the door. And inevitably, you come, you open the door, you win the lottery, and Sheba's right there. Oh no, I need money. I gotta be quiet coming down here. Little girl is sleeping. Don't let any wildlife in here either. Hey, Penny, you finally pooped. Good for you. Good for you. Are you keeping this folder company? Hi. Are you enjoying your lap of luxury down here? Yeah, little girl. I'll check in with you later, Kay. Where's all my money? Where's all my money? Ah, as you do. All right. I don't blame my dad for wanting more dry roasted nuts. I had a hankering for them like a couple weeks ago, which is crazy for me. I like peanuts. I don't normally get those hankerings. But I will indulge just this once. Multiple times, probably. Nope. Taking your foot off the gas does not work. You must let it go and then do it again. I do that on purpose for those that don't know what I'm doing. Just look up the 3.6 liter Pentastar engine. Getting dry start. All right, you can say, all right, Lucky, I'll be right back. I just realized I left the Thule open. I highly doubt it's going to snow or rain whilst we're gone. I mean, you never know. Weather can just blow in here in the mountains. But I think we'll be okay. Be right back, Lucky. So they didn't have RTV gasket, high temp, all that stuff. They had gasket cement, which is just to hold a gasket in place. They had high temp silicone, which I'm sure I could get away with in a pinch if I needed to. But didn't say gasket maker, and I just got all paranoid about fumes getting around silicone, which is probably insane, and I'm making a bigger deal of it than I need to. However, it also might make for a fun trip tomorrow to go down to a place called Winlaw, which is that away out of Silverton. Or, of course, Nakusp has a home hardware as well. Sounds like a future Matthew problem. Yeah, this town of Silverton's interesting. As you can see, it used to have a grocery store. It is not that anymore. So for Dad's nuts, we'll have to go back to Newmarket in New Denver. And you know, I guess I could have called and saved myself the trip. But there's something about being out here. I just like jumping in the vehicle and driving to these places. Although all the way to Winlaw or Nakusp, I'm kind of like right in the middle. It's about a 36-minute drive both ways. Maybe I'll call, or maybe we just go on the adventure tomorrow. Decisions will be made. And we're back in New Denver. You can see it. It says it right on the sign there. Welcome to New Denver. And we're gonna get ourselves over to the New Market. We were just there in the last video, weren't we? There we go. Good old New Market Foods. Bet you they're hiding some nuts. Okay. I just did this yesterday. I'll be right back. Dry roasted peanuts. Nailed it. All right, well, I'm betting that the Pirate Princess is awake now, so I'm just gonna rip back to the house there, and we're gonna call that a day today. I'll probably just cover that hole in Lucky, so no animals like whatever might get in and bother Sheba get into the van. And we'll probably get up early and call one of those stores. Well, maybe we'll end up calling both of those stores if the first one doesn't have it, and see if they got the sealant or the gasket maker that we need, and then we'll be off to the races. So see you in the morning.